So this is the all-new iPad mini 7th generation, and I picked it up in the blue color option. And in this episode, we're going to unbox it and discover everything we need to know about it here. Let's go ahead and start by opening these peel tabs. So you don't really have to damage the box anymore. You just pull these out. Apple doesn't really put any specs, but they did put one on the back of this one to let you know you did get the A17 Pro chip, which was originally found in the 15 Pro and Pro Max series phones. So now you have a beastly chip right inside a mini iPad. This is what makes this product exciting, not the redesigned build. There is no redesigned build. I will be checking jelly scrolling in here, but it'll tell you what it includes inside. It does say an iPad mini, USB-C charging cable, power adapter, and then that's about it. 8.3-inch diagonal screen, so a really good comfy size. And really, when you think about it, there's not a lot of products on the market, tablet products, that have a nice compact form factor and still has nice specs like this one. It's a pretty unique iPad. It's a pretty unique tablet in the market in terms of powerful and its size. It's kind of like the iPhone mini, where there wasn't many phones like that. So you can see, let's go ahead and peel this off. And technically, it does have the same design as the iPad mini 6, but it kind of looks like a miniaturized version of the iPad Airs that just came out. So I decided to go with the blue. I think it's an interesting color. You could see antenna right there. Up at the top, Touch ID. We do have ourselves a single camera, which I think looks pretty clean. Over here, we do have ourselves some speakers, volume rockers, which are on the top of the iPad mini. And then you'll see nothing on the side here. At the bottom, USB-C with some more speakers. Very nice size. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Although some people might think it's kind of like pointless if you have an iPhone to get an iPad mini, but there's one reason why I think it's still a good option, is because it comes with a charger in the box, but the real reason is because you can do split screen. Can't do that on an iPhone. Also, sometimes an iPhone is just too small for media consumption. Well, this is not too big. It's also not too small. So it's a sweet spot for some people. Let's see what comes in here. You can see right here, iPad mini. If we open this up, just a quick start. You guys know how to use this at this point. No more Apple stickers. Goodbye, Apple stickers. Those are going away. Braided USB-C cable, although you're going to notice this is not a blue cable. So the cables are not matching the iPad there. And you'll see right here, we do have ourselves the charging brick, something you don't get with an iPhone. So this is less than an iPhone, yet you get a charging brick. Kind of nice. Also, I noticed that the iPad boxes, unlike the iPhone boxes, haven't got much slimmer than before. They're pretty thick still. I mean, they could probably slim the box down, but they probably don't sell as many of these as iPhones to have to do that right away. Just something I wanted to know. Okay, so we're now in the iPad mini, and you can see this product still hasn't reduced the bezels, although where would you really hold? You probably would get accidental presses. They're probably still going to reduce those bezels on the next edition, maybe in the next 2 to 3 years. We'll have to see. It's probably more like 3. This product comes in at around $499, and I do think the price is pretty reasonable considering, the pros are like $1,000+ and this still is going to do a majority of the same stuff, although be it in a smaller package. Also, this is a bigger screen and still runs the same software as a phone at a cheaper price. So there are some reasons I think this is actually a pretty good value, but it's still higher than like the regular iPad, but there's a reason for that. It has the better chip. But you're still going to get iOS 18, and now we're going to get ourselves the Apple Intelligence when it comes next week. So that's going to be great. This product has it. So they kind of got that updated. And overall, I think that the iPad mini is still one of those products a lot of people are big fans of and don't want to see go away. So definitely it's nice to see that this one continues on. Unlike the iPhone mini that got dropped. Kind of wish that didn't get dropped. Imagine the upgraded iPhone mini right now. It would be freaking amazing for sure. But definitely you'll see here 8.3 inches. This is LCD. So we do have ourselves definitely more of a like off angle. It doesn't look anywhere near as crisp as OLED, but head on, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good display. It is Retina. And for some people, this is going to be one of the few iPadOS, iOS like products that they're going to really enjoy because some people just can't stand OLED displays. So this is going to be a really nice option. Also, if you're into reading, this is a great year. The iPad mini just got updated. The Kindle Paperwhites, the Kindle Colorsoft came out. This is a great year for those of you who like to read, because these products are they're more comfortable to read on due to their size. They're not like super huge or awkward. You can just have some nice long reading sessions without your hand getting tired or like having to look all the way up to the top of a large iPad and then look down. It's got a really nice size and format for that aspect. This camera on the back is a 12 megapixel, although it's not a super high quality one. It'll do the job just fine. So let's go check out that camera. And we're not going to allow access to location. You'll see it has a pretty solid camera. Let's go over to video. You can do 4K at 60 on here, which is quite nice for a little iPad. And honestly, I think you can make some YouTube videos with this. Just prop this up on a tripod and get on with your day. So definitely a pretty useful camera still, although there's definitely not going to be like the iPad Pro, as it still does have the camera on the left side. So they didn't move it up here. I don't know why they didn't do that. They could have simply did that, but they didn't move it up there, although it still has a similar quality front camera and video as well. You cannot do, it doesn't look like we can do 4K on the front. So no 4K on the front for this one, but still acceptable. I'd say the cameras are acceptable for the iPad mini 7. I went the base model, and you could see out of the box, iOS is taking about 18 gigs. So you still have over 100 gigabytes, which should be plenty enough for those of you who want to use the iPad mini's, storage. It's going to be double that of the base iPad mini 6. So definitely nice that we have that option for the same price. So it's actually a better deal now than it was before from a storage perspective. In addition to that, this product only weighs 293 grams. If you think about that, that's only a little bit more than like a foldable smartphone. It's only like 70 grams more than like an iPhone 16 Pro Max. So this thing, much larger screen with not much more weight with the iPad OS software. So I think this is a pretty neat and awesome portable machine right here. It really is. Very light. It's got the Apple A17 Pro from the iPhone 15 Pro Max in here. This is a pretty cool internal setup here. The external, though, was already a nice redesign in 2021. Although if you're looking for radical changes, we're not there just yet. That's the only disappointment I find with this, and the lack of a ProMotion as well. Another nice thing is that we do have Apple Pencil Pro support. All right, so let's go ahead and test it out. And you'll see iPad mini. What's nice, though, is that you have this squeeze gestures like this, where you can go ahead and go through these things. So this could actually be a nice addition for those people who want to do art on their iPad minis and take notes and stuff. This can be a much better experience as well. So I definitely like this upgrade to the iPad mini 7. And I think if you really love Apple Pencil, this is a good upgrade for you. It really is. When it comes to the display, we're looking at 327 pixels per inch. So that's quite a bit lower than even iPhones. However, it's not super noticeable unless you get like really close in. And even then, it's not that noticeable. I mean, it's really just not a problem. I do prefer 500 plus density on some other products, or even like some of the other sharper tablets I've seen. But still, this is definitely just fine. It's really not a problem. Most people aren't going to be able to make it out. The 3:2 aspect ratio makes this a pretty nice, enjoyable width for reading and kind of splitting screen. It was also as watching videos. It's a pretty good experience. 77% screen to body ratio, though, means that this is not even close to something like an iPhone, which is like 90% right now. Bezels are pretty noticeable at this point. So it has an oleophobic coating, but it doesn't have any super strong anti-reflection. So reflections will be picked up quite a bit on this display. And I'm also noticing on off angles, this panel is it's not top of the line. But one of the things I noticed the most too is it's not the brightest, but it's bright enough for indoors. Again, everything I'm saying, I'm not trying to sound like I'm complaining. I'm just saying that, remember, I'm a Pro user, the iPad Pro user, so I'm seeing these differences. The average user who hasn't had a Pro will not see these differences. But there are definitely differences that I think would make and elevate this product. If we went to OLED, we went to a higher end display, I do think it would really, really elevate the iPad mini. It would take it to a next level. So there are upgrades that definitely could be made. But still, I still really like the product, even though it doesn't have the top of the line. And for what this is, do you really need top of the line? That's the question. I'm asking you that question. Do you really need the top of the line for this product right here? Because I'm not sure everybody does. The thing with the display, some people are not going to like, is that they didn't go to promotion. Now, personally, I don't really care for this product. I didn't pay $1,000+ for this product, so I'm not super upset about that. I usually get annoyed with that when it's over $700, $800. All those products at that price should have promotion. This one is under $500 to start. Plus, if you do a trade-in, it's in the threes. You know, it could be in the twos depending on what you're trading in. So I'm not really upset at all about 60 hertz on this one. Although, again, they could add it to improve this product and elevate it. Again, the price probably would go up if we go promotion, though. So if you want that nice price point, you're probably going to not get that $499 price if you do demand the promotion display here. All right, so does the jelly scrolling still exist? Now, when just kind of scrolling slowly, I don't really see it too much, but watch this. It's definitely still there. I can still see it, although it definitely looks reduced. The iPad mini 6s was definitely a little bit more noticeable. So let's go ahead and try another application. Let's try news, and we'll just open this up. If it'll let us. No, that one has a paywall. Let's see this one right here. And you'll see, yeah, I don't know if you can make it out, but I could still see a little bit of jelly scrolling. Again, it only does it if you're like doing that up and down though. So I don't really see it on the initial scroll. So I would say thumbs up. They improved that. It's not like horrible anymore. Like before it was so obvious. At this point, it's definitely not super obvious. So it's an improvement to the iPad mini for sure. This iPad mini also doesn't have a 6-core GPU. It has a 5-core. So it's not the same GPU as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but it definitely has the same chip, just not the same GPU. I also been seeing that it's not benchmarking quite as high, but it's still a really big improvement over the previous versions of this. So definitely I would say it's still probably worth it. This also does have support for Final Cut Pro, but if you look over here, there's no Stage Manager for this. Although I don't really feel like I need Stage Manager. It would be really cramped on this product. However, some people are demanding it. To have like 3 apps like loading up, it would be a little bit of a cramped experience on this product, but still, it still would be cool to have it for some people. So I don't see Apple bringing it right now, but they might change their mind down the line. This also has a 3.1 USB-C Type-C Gen 2 display port. So it's pretty good for transfers. Wi-Fi 6E is on board, so pretty fast Wi-Fi. And we do have ourselves Bluetooth 5.3. Fingerprint sensor, so no Face ID, but generally this is a little bit faster transfer than some of the base iPhones. So this is going to be a pretty good product for sharing your videos over here and editing a quick video on the couch, or, you know, in the hotel room. If you're traveling, get back to the hotel room, pop a video on here. Very easy to go ahead and do that with those video editing softwares and things of that sort. So the battery is going to be a 5078 milliamp hour battery. So it's neck and neck with the Mini 6, which wasn't a problem. We have a faster CPU, more RAM. This might even get slightly better, but it's usually around 8 to 10 hours like most iPads. This one tends to drain a little faster to me than the larger ones, but it still makes it a full day. So you can heavy use this iPad just like any other iPad, which is quite nice. So thumbs up, the battery is pretty good on this as well. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here. A really great little product to watch videos, read, just chillax and go ahead and, you know, consume some content. Also with Apple Pencil Pro support, it does become a better tool for writing as well as doing more productive things. Final Cut support as well. iMovie support, which the old one also had, but faster renders and stuff for the chip, allowing you to have really good performance several years down the line. Also for businesses that are buying these things in bulk for their businesses, they also do have themselves faster chips, so it'll keep operations running smoothly for those bulk buyers of this product. So definitely, this one is a nice upgrade. It definitely is a nice internal upgrade. However, it's pretty boring from the perspective of a tech enthusiast who wants to see a massive redesign. There's still some part of me that's really excited, though, about having the iPhone 15 Pro Max chip in here, which is basically the only reason I picked this up. So let me know if you want to see if the iPhone version of the A17 Pro chip outperforms the Mini in a speed test comparison down below in the comments. And would I recommend it? And the answer is I definitely would if you are very interested in a smaller iPad. Definitely you have to make some sacrifices, but if you're looking for a premium, like decent, smaller iPad, this is definitely it. However, if you're looking for like top of the line, top specs in the market, you're not going to be impressed by a 60 hertz LCD. You're just not. You're not going to be impressed at all with these bezels. If you're looking for the thinnest bezels out there, the fastest chip in the world, all that stuff, the highest RAM. I mean, 8 gigs is good, but it's not 12 or 16. Some phones are faster in the RAM department than this. But this is still a unique product in the market, and there's nothing really out there really competing with it at this size. So that's how I feel about it. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments section of this video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And let me know if you're picking one up this year, next year. Maybe you're getting one for your kid. Maybe you're getting one as a present for someone. Maybe you're just going to add it as a side piece to your Apple ecosystem. Let me know down below. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Nick here. Be sure to be well, and peace.